So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, to come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing...
And Del Piero! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's really well manoeuvred. De Bruyne. Modric. Searching pass he's played there. Del Piero looking to run onto it. Barella. Now Dumfries. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Costa Curta. Inter Milan have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's a fine interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Inter clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's got away. Ball driven towards the far post. And it's De Bruyne. Oh, easy pickings there. Great defending, strong and determined. Nedved conjures time and space where few can. And the shot is having a shot! Goal! Inter! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, that's really changed the mood in the stands, Peter. It ought to encourage more positive football, a more front-footed approach. It's got to be.
Adriano.
Inter can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Nedved. Pass is just off target. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards to increase the lead. That is some save from De Gea. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Dumfries. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Inter Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Decent chance! Too close for comfort. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Nicely shaped ball. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book. Bastoni. Shevchenko. Nicely aimed pass. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And he's worked it through. And a chance! He's scored! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's 2 now without reply. Martinez! Zanetti. De Bruyne does really well to win the ball there. And it's Kaka. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he has been fouled there. And no surprise, that's a booking. Del Piero. Adriano. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Just about up to 75 minutes. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Played out wide. It's a mighty effort! And that was very necessary. And they're back on the ball again. Cafu. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. De Gea gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, goes for a shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Crosses it in. Bastoni attempts a clearance. Now there's a fine shot at goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more.
Well, hello and welcome for the first time this season to everybody around the world. And we have for you a clash of two teams with very similar intentions. A statement win at the expense of the other would be the ideal scenario for both. A flying start is certainly required. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. It is that familiar feeling again, old foes, fresh hostilities. Well, Filippo Inzaghi may not have the swashbuckling panache of some of his contemporaries, but his goal-scoring record, Jim, speaks for itself.
There's something that's just so wonderfully simple about his game. The run he makes, his ability to draw the ball towards him inside the box, his approach will remain the same. After all, he only needs to get it right once.
Kaka. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Baresi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zanetti picks it up out wide. And that's been repelled. Passing nice and neat. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to...
Del Piero! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Inter Milan are enjoying the lion's share of possession, but nothing yet to show for it. Davids. Nedved. This is promising. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Nedved. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. Not the most accurate pass. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Serginho kept his eye on it, and he's there. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. And it's Zanetti. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Zanetti is... Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Del Piero is eyeing up his options in the middle. They're taking a moment to consider their options. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter of the law. He's got to go.
Ribéry. Shoots! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, what has happened here? And now they can spring out of defence. Nedved. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Very nicely done. He's being urged to shoot. Real chance here. Del Piero! Oh, off the bar! And he thumps it clear. Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Inter are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Adriano dominates aerially so often. Passes just off target. And it's Pato. Oh, that's delightful. That is lovely. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Zanetti.
That was lovely, that.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
It's a good-looking delivery. And he's taking no chances there. Rafael Leao. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Nedved going face-to-face with his great rival. And a shot! Del Piero with the short one. Now it's Del Piero. He's had a shot! Wonderful from Del Piero! About as smooth as it gets. And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Gorgeous, just gorgeous. Shot a goal! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Milan grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, there's resilience for you.
It's Pato!
Oh, it was a really good thing he was on standby.
And he was quick to react. And it's Gattuso. And he's well positioned here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Otto can get it clear. The final seconds now. It is going to need 30 more minutes. No winner after 90.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we head for extra time. So our quest to find the winner continues. Inter Milan conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes? Nice interception, well timed. He can get that clear. Shifted upfield. Ball's gone out of play. Now who's going to be first to this?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Ribery. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Crosses it in here. And here's Kaka. Oh, nice touch. That's it for the first period of extra time. Well, both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them? Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner? This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? And here's Del Piero. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. And he's straight offside. And he's gone looking for safety. Strokes it back.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Del Piero is having a shot! Oh, that's incredible! And that may just do it! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Inter Milan go into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. And here's Ribery. Ribery! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And that's it. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades. I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Davids. Can he get it through? Del Piero providing an outlet on that flank. Ribery. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Forlan. Inter Milan couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Zanetti. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Now it's Batistuta. Now it's Forlan. That's a good ball out wide. Ribery in acres of space out wide. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Knocks it into space. Çalhanoğlu has it in a wide position. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Zanetti. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh no, what has happened here?
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Acerbi. Now it's Forlan. That's a good run down the left. He has found the way through. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Can he latch on to this? Zanetti. He is just caressing the ball. Cross flung in towards the middle. Chiellini is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Barella. Nice control. And that's gone loose. Quality ball. Çalhanoğlu did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And they've been given a corner. Inter Milan with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Tries to get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Kaká receives it in a good position here. He's had a shot! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. Inter Milan failed to capitalise in stoppage time, so we are as we were. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And the second half gets underway.
Inter clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Adriano, and he's surging through. It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's shifting through the gears here. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Inter Milan have themselves a chance from the spot to get them off and running. And he's buried it, 1-0. And he does it with ice in his veins.
A picture of confidence that was never missing.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
That has really stirred things up, and if they carry on like this, things might even get louder here.
Now it's Shevchenko.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Cafu is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining.
Shoots! Sticks it away! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Inter really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Inter Milan grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Barella tries to play it through, and he's picked out the run. Gets his head on it! Batistuta! Glorious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Into the lead once more. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Inter Milan take the lead. Baresi. Zanetti. He shifted it to the flank. Zanetti delivers.
Inter clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Ribery. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Can he get on the end of this? Kaka can see things others simply cannot. Inter Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode. Now it's Del Piero. Zanetti. He's found a way through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. And he's only too happy to take that back. Zanetti. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Looking for options for movement. Forlan. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that is that. They needed to win, and they have won. It is a triumph. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
From the manager's perspective, Peter, I don't think he could have asked for much more. We're certainly result-wise. This is a game they wanted to win for so many reasons, and his players did a sterling job carrying out the instructions. Thoroughly enjoyable.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Arsenal are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender with wonderful composure.
Best! And it's a goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Mbappe. Neymar. Best. Adriano. And it's Rodri. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Shapes to shoot. Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mbappe. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Searching pass he's played there. Mbappe. Just eases him off the ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Baresi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Threads one in. Rodri. Irwin. Zola. That's good running with the ball. And it's Del Piero. He slid. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. A formality. We're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Yeah, credit to the keeper. He read it, but succumbed to the placement.
Arsenal grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Mateus. Neymar. Zola. Driving on and making good progress. Adriano charging forward, the ball at his feet. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Neymar. Baresi. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So, we're into the second 45.
Arsenal are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Del Piero quietly revving up, pass somewhat off target. Barcelona deciding to turn to the long ball now. That is pretty evident.
Yeah, it is clear that they've decided to take a more direct route to goal now, but, you know, they can't just continue doing...
Oh no, this does not look good. He's beaten the last man. Tries a shot. It's there.
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Great work on the overlap. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Rijkaard. Irwin. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Best. He's shifting through the gears here. Real chance! It's in! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Barcelona go 2 up and into a position of real strength. He's had a shot! Rijkaard. Mateus. Now he's got space here. Rijkaard looking to get on the end of this. Zola has a look and plays it forward. And it's Del Piero. Last chance, perhaps. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Del Piero. Out to the left it goes. Drives it in. Up he goes! Sticks it away! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? A real... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special.
And a chance! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Best. And that's been won straight back. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And it's Del Piero. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Zola, heading backwards.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Nice, had it taken off him. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. So we're still where we started right now. And it's Yaya Toure. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Albert Ferrer. Okazaki looks to get on the end of this. Wirtz going face-to-face with his great rival. Zola running with the ball. Best. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Arsenal couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. He's in a great position here. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. And it's Rijkaard, played out wide. Irwin drives forward on the overlap. He's gone for goal! Off the post! Oh, taken with style! And they're at it again in double quick time. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and
there's the whistle for half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Arsenal clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Arsenal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. Here we go again then. Eze. Now it's Okazaki, and he's been shifted off it. Del Piero. Mbappe. Threads one in. Face to face with the keeper. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Casillas, in the context of the game, he must save it. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Well read, nice interception. Wirtz. Quality ball. And here's Eze. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Has a shot! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And no surprise, that's a booking.
हेलो भाई हेलो है जी तुम कैसे हो गुड मॉर्निंग गाइस एवरीबॉडी
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Best, very much a man of this moment. Wirtz. Raul. No way through there. Zola. Del Piero, given the lift of his goal. Now Piqué. And it's Del Piero. Irwin looking to run onto it. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Irwin got a long way forward to join the attack.
Okazaki really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. That's a pretty loose pass.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. Nicely weighted ball. Pass is just off target. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Shoots! No mistake! And they are right back within touch! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Okazaki demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Arsenal give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Albert Ferrer. Rice. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So that's got things underway.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo and even carrying the ball forward, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Baresi. Here's Rodri. Now it's Messi.
Pretty robust defending.
Mendes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Oh, what has happened here? Cristiano Ronaldo. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Irwin is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And here's Del Piero. Shot could be on. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And the pass is intercepted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Yaya Toure. He shifted it to the flank. And that's played in low. And that was very necessary. And that's been won straight back. Irwin.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
Goes for goal! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. And that's going to be a booking. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. And he's had a shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Messi touches it back. He's gone for goal! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Now it's Del Piero. Del Piero goes steaming forward.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Messi. Rodri has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That's a promising run he's making on the right. And it's half-time here. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So there was the first half.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Rummenigge hurtling down that right flank. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. Costa Curta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Now it's Kaka. Kaka, he's found a way through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Quality ball. Now it's Kaka.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to...
He's having a go! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Kaka conjures time and space where few can. Irwin. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Kaka. And still we await the first break. Kaka! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Kaka deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Foot in. Looking for options for movement. Rummenigge! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Gets to show off his quick feet. Rummenigge.
That pressing is so good. It's nice and early. Paris Saint-Germain clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And a chance! Oh, the ball's come loose here. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Del Piero! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Madrid take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Xavi. Neymar. Nuno Mendes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be. Zola making his 100th appearance here today. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Now that looks a decent ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's neat. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Mbappe. Looking to play him in. Zola finds himself offside. Howson. Neymar. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Zola! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Still goalless. And here's Del Piero. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Mateus. Davids. It's Rui Costa!
Rui Costa made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Rui Costa. That is ended up in no man's land. Davids. Nicked it back promptly. Neymar going full tilt down the left. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rui Costa! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
A heavy challenge. Zola.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a promising position. And they've switched it over to the other side. Rijkaard. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And this is Neymar. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He came in hard, very hard. And we hit half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. So the first half brought no goals. Always onto this. He's found a way. Chance! Albert Ferrer. Bojan. Bojan Kurkic making good progress on the right-hand side. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Irwin. Tottenham are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Mateus.
That's good play from him.
Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he is going into that little black book. Looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
That looks a good ball through. While quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he has been fouled there. And he's going to have his name taken. Stood up well to him there. Distributed tidily. And it's Davids. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Oh, can he get onto this? A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Great vision. And a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Rui Costa. No, he's not getting past him there. Davids demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
And here's Del Piero.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down.
On the finish! Oh, yes, it's there! Save the best for last! A momentary lapse exploited with glee.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Arsenal take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bojan. Oh, such a clever touch. He can get that clear. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Oh, what a climb! And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. Arsenal have done it. Their solitary... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And we're underway.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is. And with the front three, especially the wide men...
And the shot! It's hit the crossbar. Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery.
John, surely! Goal! And that really is so impressive. Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Eric Garcia. Played towards the other side.
Arsenal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Olise has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that... Mbappe with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Arsenal are down to 10 men. Eric Garcia. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it face to face with the keeper. Hazard. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Locatelli was in no mood for any of that. Cleared away. Corner it is.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Van Dijk with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Del Piero gets into a good position. Picked out Zola! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's been taken short. Olise cuts it out. Olise can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Danger averted for now. That'll be a throw. Olise. Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And no, that was never going to make it. Works it forward.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Well, Peter, there's no doubting that the situation is quite bleak when you're not only losing, but a man down as well. And while the break is most welcome in giving the opportunity for the players to regroup, there's no doubting that the next 45 minutes are going to be extremely difficult.
Big chance! One-on-one! And he's managed to get rid. And it's Messi. Looking to play him in. And Del Piero! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he finish? And it's in. Arsenal are level. That is lovely. Finished with amazing expertise.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he's there to belt it away. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Ball is over the line. Oh, that's delightful. Barcola proves just a little bit too strong. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Searching pass he's played there. He's through here. Cruyff! Goal! Arsenal! And the comeback is complete. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Arsenal go into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Arsenal are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. There's the shot! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Arsenal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Irwin. Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh, that's fabulous. And he'll shoot here! And it's there! And they are cruising away. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the composure to score is another.
Arsenal blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Irwin. Irwin. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Cruyff. Zola. And Zola! Oh, it's a clear foul, and the referee's got a decision to make. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Cruyff! Oh, it's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And look at his joy! And there goes the final whistle. Arsenal have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Cruyff, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
There's little doubt that Rui Costa will be conductor-in-chief in this lineup.
And you decent chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. I doubt very much that this was in the script. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Rui Costa. Nicely weighted ball. Now it's Messi. Plays it out wide. No, he's just misjudged that one. And that is as far as they're going to go. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Cruyff. And this is... And Zola! Gianfranco Zola! Sheer football poetry! About as smooth as it gets. And that is his 50th goal for this, his current club. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball?
And he's let fly. Now it's Eto'o. Cafu. And it's Van Dijk. Now Piqué. Played back in. The less said about that pass, the better. Pull it. Messi. And it's Eto'o. Now it's Rui Costa. Kaka can so cleverly bypass the press. Messi. Aimed beyond the defence. And this is Pelé! Pelé unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was quick to react. Kaka! Oh, it's come loose. Pull it. Rui Costa. Messi. Ambitious ball here. Cafu. Rijkaard. And it's Kaka. And this is... And Zola! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Arsenal heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Irwin. Spread neatly. Well, that has not gone well. Picked out, big chance! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
They've played it short. Good chance here! It's hit the crossbar. I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Now it's Rui Costa. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Arsenal in control at half-time, 2-0. And the game has already resumed here. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now. Zola! And how did he not make it four?
Zola clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Cafu chooses to go cross-field. Zola. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Tries to pass it through. Ah, that's a fine interception. Pelé. Eto'o. Oh, what has happened here? Rui Costa is on his own. Toure did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Kaka. And it's Cruyff. Kaka, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Tries a shot! It's in! Yet another goal in an awesome performance! They are in complete charge! Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches, followed up with an unerring finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
It's become a case of men against boys. Pinches it off him. Can he get on the end of this? Piqué goes sliding in. And this is Pelé! Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Hullet looking to get on the end of this. He is through here. Hullet plays it in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. It's gone out for a throw-in. Time added on will be 2 minutes. And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout and did what they did when required so to do. There could be only... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Well, it's not very often that we single out the team's goalkeeper as their most influential player, but I suppose we can make a special exception for this fella, Iker Casillas, Jim.
No doubt about that, Peter. I mean, whether it's through making saves or just through his sheer presence, he has a huge influence on any team he plays in.
Leading from the back, as it were.
Exactly.
And it's Neymar. And here's Batistuta. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Kaka. Threads one in. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's shifting through the gears here. And they've got a throw. And it's Kaka. Kaka! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! A finish of true class! And that really is so impressive. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And here's Lewandowski. Batistuta. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. And here's Raul. Lewandowski. Can he finish? It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Can he get it through? He's having a shot! Goal! Arsenal! Into the lead once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Arsenal go into the lead. Kaka plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And here's Cruyff. Played back in. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And that's gone loose. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Oh, shooting chance! They want to be quick to recover this. It's a good run, that. Great time. He's tried one! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Neymar. Raul. Oh, some tackle that. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Raul, who's set up one goal so far. Good take, and it shapes to shoot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Roberto Carlos with the short one. And it's half-time here. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Arsenal are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. So we're just settling back into this second half. And here's Cruyff. Roberto Carlos. And it's Cruyff. Played out to the right. He's got away. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Batistuta. Now it's Raul. Kaka gets it clear. Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Played out towards the right wing. Played into space out wide. Marquinhos is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Now it's Lewandowski. And it's gone back to the keeper. Irwin. Zola. He's picked his way through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he was alert to it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter. Barcelona really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And this is Cruyff. It's a good spell of possession, this.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Not the most accurate pass.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Just 5 minutes left. Neymar.
That's good play from him.
The ball's gone astray.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Oh, it's come loose. And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard...
Shoots! It's hit the upright. Timber plays it all the way forward. Played over towards the opposite flank. Kaká. Kaká!
Kaka made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
Foot in. And it's Neymar. Piqué gets across to intercept that. Well, that is one way to stop him. Kaká. And he's on his way. Now that looks a decent ball. Danger averted for now. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Another pass just keeps it ticking. And a chance! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Rijkaard goes steaming forward. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And Zola! Against the crossbar. Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Irwin is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trip. Zola! World class from Zola! He's got himself an absolute peach. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, crossbar! Oh, what has happened here? Messi!
Messi really made the tough part look easy, and the easy part very complicated. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Zola plays it short. Takes the shot! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! A finish of true class! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Tries from a long way out. Arsenal have hit a quick-fire double here. Looking to play him in. He's picked his way through. Kaká. Marquinhos. And there's the end of the first half. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Arsenal very much in control here, 3 up and cruising. And if you're just back, goes for goal! No, not quite.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
And that's it. My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
I'm sitting here wondering, Peter, what Roberto Donadoni's main role is going to be.
And Zola! Oh, he's hit the bar! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
DiMarco. Donatoni. Now DiMarco. And it's Messi. No way through. Donatoni. DiMarco. Kaka. Great vision. It's played through for him. Messi. Messi! Oh, full marks for that effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Beckham. Donatoni. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Arsenal clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
They get a throw in. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Still goalless.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And this is Messi. Kaká takes a shot! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Beckham. Messi. Now it's Messi. That's a smashing touch to get him away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Played out to the left flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yaya Toure is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. DiMarco. DiMarco goes on a run down the left wing. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Saliba cuts it out. Beckham. Half-time getting close now. DiMarco picks it up out wide. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Chance here to counter. And that is as far as they're going to go. Opts for safety. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's half-time here. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have
थोड़ा
looked
माइक
good.
का साउंड चल रहा है ना, इसलिए
Still
मैं
waiting for this to
नहीं
take
देना
off.
पा रहा
It's
हूँ।
goalless
ठीक
at
है, बाद में
half-time.
दूंगा, ठीक है, लाइव स्ट्रीम करेगा तो। सुन रहे हैं guys? थोड़ा माइक का इशू चल रहा है ना, थोड़ा ज़्यादा साउंड हो रहा है ना, होड़ी ना मालूम है ना, वो हो रहा है ना, इसलिए मैं रिप्लाई नहीं देना पाता हूँ। ठीक है, बाद में दूंगा।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Lothar Matthäus is going to have a huge influence here, Peter.
Well, it's hard to argue with that. In any game at any time, he is as influential as they come.
Yeah, and he'll be right in the thick of it in the middle of the park, combining the roles of number 10, central midfielder, defensive midfielder. Sometimes he's even sweeper, so watch out for those late attacking runs from deep. And don't be surprised if he gets himself on the score sheet too.
And he's well positioned here. Cruyff! And that was very necessary. Irwin.
That's good play from him.
Zanetti cuts out the pass. Can he get it through? That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Cavani. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Mateus, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And it's made its way to him. Neither side yet able to find the net. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Zola. Great vision. Now, can they get him away? Well read, nice interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Zola is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Irwin. Ah, such a clever touch. He's in a great position here. And this is Cruyff. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! And there is the big 200. Everybody reminds him what he has gone and done. An act of charity gratefully received.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to...
And the finish! Oh, taken with style. And they're at it again in double quick time. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And a chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he's quick to get it clear again. Zola, of course, a dribbler. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Arsenal clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Arsenal sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we are back underway. Oh, super ball! Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Real chance! Yes! And they are cruising away. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Arsenal find a position of real strength now.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Yaya Toure is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. Mateus. Doué tries to play it through. And this is Cavani. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Pass somewhat off target. Ah, he's given it away. Irwin. Rijkaard. Mateus. Lorient have it back and can go again. And here's Neymar. Here's a chance. Smashing save, really good save that.
Well, talking about playing into your opponent's hands, that kind of thing is not going to get them back into this game.
He is through here. Picked out brilliantly. Just the goalkeeper to beat. Can he finish? Sticks it away. Pomp, panache and passion. This a man full of it all. That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner and he picked them off instead.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
This is such a dominant performance. The defence are sick of the sight of him, but he doesn't look finished just yet.
Arsenal are having a ball here. And that's put paid to a promising move. Neymar picks it up out wide. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And this is Cruyff. He's away. And the shot! He's scored! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an...
हाय फ्रेंड्स हाय हाय কেমন আছো कैसी हो तुम थोड़ा इधर माइक चल रहा है ना इसलिए रिप्लाई नहीं दे ना पा रहा हूँ माइक का इशू है ना साउंड ज़्यादा हो रहा है
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
इधर माइक पर होड़ी नाम हो रहा है ना
Well, the
जो
stage is
कृष्ण
set
जी
for a
है ना
stirring
इसी
showdown
का
here. The
नाम हो रहा है
supporters
इधर
in
ज़्यादा
great
साउंड
voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then. Well, it seems fair to say, Jim, that Diego Forlan is the outstanding player in this lineup.
Yeah, and I think it's incredible how his career has turned out after a difficult start. He's made himself into a great all-round player, with vision and creativity.
Chance for a shot! Oh, it's come loose. Here's a chance! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And that's really well manoeuvred.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Can he finish?
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Messi. Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! They want to be quick to recover this.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Back into the middle. And Zola! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Zola has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Danger averted for now. And that's been won straight back. Irwin. He's found a way through. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. Now, there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. And there's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Now, that looks a decent ball. This might spell danger. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And he's had a hit! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Arsenal really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And this is Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And here's Zola. Showing good feet. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Irwin gets into some space. And that's a throw-in. And here's Shapes to shoot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Zola plays it short. Ah, that's a fine interception. And he's there to get it away. Threads one in. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a throw-in. And here's Son Heung-min. Well, that is one way to stop him. Irwin did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. And we are up to the break.
Arsenal really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back underway.
Arsenal clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And it's Messi. Aimed beyond the defence.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Messi looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, played through for the wide man. Goal kick, as confirmed by the referee. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Nicely aimed pass. Mbappe, that's a delicate pass. Rijkaard gets it away. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Now it's Messi. Oh, that's well spotted. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Robertson is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that's been slipped through. Oh, what a... And a shot! It's run, and the volley. And he's managed to get rid. And it's made its way to him. Zola going face-to-face with his great rival.
Arsenal clearly might still do this. Intensity level and focus are all very good, even at this late stage now.
Kaka. And this is Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is ended up in no man's land. This is it then, now or never. Now it's Cruyff, looking for the run. That's a good ball. Poor robust challenge.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Kaka receives it in a good position here. Well, he knows very well that he is already walking a tightrope.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. He's had a shot! That's a decent clearance. And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, neither side could get...